Hi everyone! In this video, we'll explore modding for object and data while taking a closer look at how Enjoy structures for both work. We'll be creating a worn-out single-door refrigerator. It may look like a fridge, but it's so old that it can only store canned soup. In Enjoy, the object's appearance and interactions are managed with different data types. The object data includes the model, materials, thumbnail, and other visual elements. The object template data defines how the object behaves and what it can do in-game. This means different objects can share the same interaction logic. This time, we'll create a new refrigerator mod based on the Fridge04 asset. Once the project is created with Fridge04 as the base, the refrigerator will appear in the workspace. When you double-click the fridge to enter the workspace, a prompt appears asking whether to use the original asset or create a separate copy. To avoid changing the original asset, we'll create a copy of it and use that as our new fridge. On screen, you can see that the Fridge04_work asset is currently in use in Enjoy. The existing skeletal mesh for the door animation works as intended, so we'll continue using it as is. However, we want to change the design of the fridge, so we'll be replacing its mesh and textures. First, we'll import new assets for the fridge body, the left door, and the thumbnail image by clicking the Import button. If you're new to this, we recommend using the Import button, as it provides the necessary import options for meshes and textures. Since the fridge currently has no textures applied, we'll need to create a separate material for it as well. Enjoy uses material instances, and most objects are recommended to be built using MIProp as a base. Now let's import the prepared color, OMR, and normal textures using the Import button. For more detailed information on skeletal meshes, textures, and materials, please refer to our mod guides or the official Unreal Engine documentation. Double-click the fridge body and door meshes to open the Mesh Info window. There, apply the material and enable Nanite settings, then click Apply Changes and hit Save. Now that we've changed the fridge's appearance, let's make it so that it can only serve soup. To do that, we need to edit the data. Click the Open Data Editor button. The display name text ID is currently set to Work Fridge, so we'll change it to a new name. Select the item from the list and double-click it, then the Open Mod String Table button will appear at the bottom. Click that button to edit the string information. Inside, you'll see two fields, Display Name Text ID and Description Text ID. We'll change the Display Name Text ID to Rustic Retro Fridge. Next, let's update the Description Text ID to something that fits the new look. Once you're done, click Save and close the window. That wraps up the appearance setup for the object. Now, to change the interaction data, go back to the main screen and click the Create Own Template button. In the Object Template section of the working data, you'll see that a new ID has been created. If you click Show Only Working IDs at the top, you can quickly see a list of every active working ID. Next, double-click the Object section under Working Data. At the bottom of the ID list, you'll find the newly registered Rustic Retro Fridge. One last thing to check, make sure the object's Object Template ID and the Object Template's ID exactly match. This confirms that the object and the template are correctly linked. However, to prevent ID duplication, a random string was automatically generated, which can be hard to recognize later. So let's update the ID to something more recognizable using the Patch.json editor. In the object template, scroll to the right-click the item you want to edit, and select Edit. This opens the Patch.json editor, where we'll change the ID value to ModSample Fridge 1 Door. Click the Commit button to apply the change. Back in the object template list, you'll see that the name has been updated to ModSample Fridge 1 Door. Click Save to save your changes. Update the object template ID value to match ModSample Fridge 1 Door, then click Apply and Save. If nothing appears when trying to edit Object Template's Object Selection Set ID, uncheck Show Only Working IDs. Click on Mod Sample Fridge 1 Door, which is located at the bottom of the list we created. Next, click the arrow next to Object Selection Set ID in Object Template to open the Edit Object Selection Set table. Here, you can see a list of interactions that this object can perform. To make it so the fridge only serves soup, we need to edit the interaction bag list in Object Selection Set. To avoid this affecting the other fridges, we'll add a new Object Selection Set. Right-click on Fridge 04 and select Insert New Item After. This will create a new B1 Object Selection Set table row. Set the ID to Mod Fridge 1 Door, then click Apply and Save. Enter Mod Fridge 1 Door into the Object Selection Set ID field in Object Template and click Apply and Save. To edit the interaction bag list, select Mod Fridge 1 Door and click Edit Selected Item. Now select the Object Selection Set again, expand Category 0 in the selection set, and you'll see that it still contains the original interaction bag list from Fridge 04. We'll keep the Cooking UI interaction. Soup is core to this fridge, so we'll leave it in. Remove any unnecessary items, and once you're done, click Apply. If the JSON file has been updated correctly, hit Save to store your changes. And that wraps up editing both the appearance and data of the object. Now close the editor and click the back button to return to the main screen. Let's package the mod and check how it looks in-game. We were able to place the newly designed fridge in the game and confirm that it only allows soup to be taken out. That wraps up this video. Thanks for watching. Now go and create your story with even more creativity.